Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira Brinton. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. I welcome you here into this beautiful space. And I'm so grateful that we get to be together. So we're going to begin by breathing in love and breathing out fear. As you breathe in the love, picture the love swaddling every cell. And as you breathe out fear, picture it leaving you like smoke. Breathing in, breathing out. And in, and out. One more. And out. Coming back to your regular breath. Grateful to be here, right now, and to feel swaddled in love. I'm going to read to you a message I received from my prayer corner. These are the words that I received. Surrender your limitations. Surrender your lack. Surrender your fear. Surrender your old stories. And then remember your power. Remember your strength. Remember your magic. Remember your light. Remember your way. Remember. It's a consistent message I've had for the last year. Is remember. Oftentimes we forget. We forget who we are. We forget our power. We forget our gifts. And we get stuck in the stories of old, those stories of past. And it can be our stories. It can be our generational stories, but they are stories that keep us stuck. And when we remember who we are, those stories no longer stick. So today we're going to pick up whatever story you've been stuck to, the one of lack, the one of fear, the one of abuse, the one of not-enoughness, whatever story it is that has been holding you hostage to the current life and patterns that you live. We're going to pick them up. And we're going to put them into God. We're going to ask that God will transfigure this story into truth, that the truth may be shown, that the illusions may be pierced, that all is known. And then we're going to ask that God will touch our cells, that our cells will remember the frequency of God, that our cells may remember who we are, that our cells may remember the divine blueprint that was coded within us before we even got here. We're going to breathe in and feel our cells begin to shift. And now we're going to seal this up with a blessing. We're going to ask that God will place his hands on our heads that we may receive the words that God has for us. And I'm going to be quiet while you pray. You're going to take a nice deep breath in, letting all of those words soak into your body. And you're going to open your palms to the heavens and you're going to ask, God, what is my number one action I can do today that will help me remember who I am? You're going to listen. And you're going to write it down. Then you're going to ask your angels to help you take this action today. My invitation is that any time you get stuck today in an old story and in an old pattern, that it be released from your body, that you may be made whole, and that you will remember that you were always light, and that you were always powerful, and that you were always chosen to do exactly what you've been called to do. We're going to breathe in and out. I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you for wandering into the sacred with me today. If this episode moved or inspired you, I encourage you to share it. Think of someone who needs this message today and text it to them. Let's add more light to the world by welcoming people into our prayer corner together. I also want to invite you to create your own prayer corner at home, a space set apart where you can return again and again to hear God's voice. To support you, I've created the Sacred Space course, which guides you step by step in locating, creating, and dedicating your very own sacred space. You're also welcome into the Sacred Wandering Facebook group, where you can share the blessings that God is giving you and be uplifted by others walking this path. You can find both of these resources in the show notes, or just send me a DM on Instagram at Keira Brinton, and me or my team will send them directly to you. I want to thank you for being one of the rare humans who chooses to sit at the foot of God, to ask, listen, and do. And as always, I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me.